I was trying out this pillow on my lap as just kind of something to do with my hands, I guess.
They're coming to get you, Barbara. Look, there comes one of them now.
Welcome, welcome.
There we go again.
I know, right? Okay, well, the last movie was a winner, which is always a nice thing.
Yeah, it was good.
Yeah, it wasn't necessarily the best, but it's certainly one that I think you had to see. This one here is one I think you'll enjoy. I always do.
Yes, you do.
We'll see how it goes.
Yeah.
But this one is, I think, one of the most influential horror films of all time, honestly.
Oh, okay. Why is it influential in what way?
Well, tonight we're gonna watch Night of the Living Dead.
Okay.
And
I can assure you, I don't think
I'm pretty sure you did.
I'm still here living.
Yeah, that's right. Yeah. Well, the reason is because this film created the modern zombie. So what do you know about zombies?
Not much. They're just ugly people that kind of walk around at night.
Yeah, exactly, right? Before this movie, the only thing that really existed, there was a little bit of like the Living Dead idea, but really it was the voodoo zombie. So it was the idea that someone had been cursed by a voodoo person who basically killed them and then dug them up, and they lived in a state of zombiness and were his slave. So
what?
His slave. Like they worked. He had him work in the cane fields in Haiti, that kind of thing.
Right.
This takes a completely different approach to it, and it's really the only film that created a modern monster. So like, you have your Frankenstein, your mummies, those things, but they all existed sort of, at least in the 30s, maybe the mummy, I don't know if that was something that existed before that.
Everybody has to have a mummy.
Well, that's it.
Otherwise we're not here.
That's true. They're part of the equation, a very important part of the equation.
Okay, so there's a difference between them though.
Yeah, we're talking about the Egyptian mummies, right? And then those movies. And it's funny because it's influential in that it created the zombies, but it was actually its sequel that created that created the wave of zombie movies.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, there were a few that came after this one, but not that many until the second of the Living Dead. Well, actually, technically,
there's a second one.
There's a second one.
So the Living Dead kept living.
They kept living. The rest of us didn't do as well, though, as you could imagine. Well, maybe you can't. We'll have to show you.
Okay.
So I think one of the reasons I bumped it up the list is because I wanted to start with this one. We do have a couple of zombie movies that I'd like to show you, and we might as well start with the first one. And also, you like the black and white in Psycho, so I thought it would be good to watch this one. This is 1968, shot in black and white. So
68? Wow.
Yeah, a very late black and white. Not that they don't still make movies occasionally in black and white. Yeah,
that gives it a whole different effect.
I think it will, and we'll see what you think of it. I think you'll enjoy it. It's a well-made film. Okay. All right, well, Night of the Living Dead, let's go. Somebody took a pot shot. A few people pelting that with bullets, it looks like.
They're everywhere you go out the boonies, those things. Especially there's ones where they show a picture of a deer crossing.
Yeah.
They always have a bullet hole in them. Somebody got frustrated because they never got a real one, I guess.
That's right. Take out the metal ones. The director there is the guy who did Creepshow.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this is his first movie.
God, those 60 cars were big and long.
Yeah.
The trunk's bigger than more cars now.
Each year we spend good money on these things. We come out here and the one from last year's gone.
Well, the flowers die and...
It's probably gone the next day. I think the caretaker comes and gets rid of it.
Picks it up, takes it back to the store.
Right?
Sell it next
Yeah.
year. Wonder how many times we bought the same one.
He figured it out.
Yes. Who's buried there? Her mom or his?
I think it's their dad.
Or dad, okay.
Yeah.
You're still afraid.
Stop it now, I mean it.
I'm getting out of here.
Johnny!
Ooh. Yep. Good thing it's not power steering.
Yeah. Going downhill anyhow, I guess.
Yep.
Must be tough to steer a big car like that without power steering.
Yeah. Oop.
Yeah, it was too, because you hit a pole.
Yep.
Oh yeah.
There you go.
Not going to end well for her.
I think she's got scarier things to worry about than heads on the wall.
Yes.
Yep. Smart.
Oh. I know where he came from.
Just, yeah.
I suppose you've tried this.
I guess he walked through the line and pulled it down. I thought it was a clothesline, but I guess it must have been the telephone line.
Ah, right. Brutal guy, ain't he, eh?
Gotta do what he gotta do.
Ooh, right through the forehead.
Yep.
I didn't know you could kill a zombie.
Well, you're gonna find out, eh?
I guess so.
Yep.
Another one?
Yeah, they're not stopping. Ooh, right in the head.
Keep coming.
Don't look at it.
That wasn't her husband, was it?
No, and I think the other guy was her brother.
Okay.
But yeah, that was
Right,
not him.
right, brother, right.
Yeah.
Well, she's not being much help.
No, she's a little shell-shocked.
And Johnny kept teasing me and saying, "He's coming to get you, Barbara." And I laughed at him and said, "Johnny, stop it."
You didn't laugh.
And then Johnny ran away. We better go out and get him. We have to go out and get Johnny.
No.
Please, don't you hear me?
Your brother is dead.
No! My brother is not dead!
Ooh. Ooh.
Mm-hmm.
Well, he used to be quieter in there now. Maybe get his work done.
That's for sure, yeah. She held that door for like 3 seconds at one time, so she's really helpful.
Yeah. Yeah.
2 days ago with the report of the slaying of a family of 7 in their
There you go.
murder victims show evidence of having been partially devoured by their murderers.
That explains this woman's face.
Yeah.
Medical examination of victims' bodies shows conclusively that the killers are eating the flesh.
That would make you feel pretty good.
Right?
I don't know if I'd have the radio on necessarily, but
More ghastly with each report.
There's no good news coming out of it, that's for
No.
sure.
But it is happening, and it would appear that no one is safe from this wave of mass murder.
That's that first one.
yeah.
Right in the heart.
Mm-hmm.
Headshot.
Yes. We'll run out of bullets.
Yeah.
3 into him.
Gotta fix this board. Well, we're safe now. It's boarded up tight.
What does he have there? What is that he has in his hand? What does he have in his hand there?
Oh, that's a piece of steel or something.
Yeah. It looks like a tool that I've never seen
I
before.
couldn't figure out what it was.
I can't see a damn thing. There could be 50 million of those things out there. That's how much good these windows are.
Go upstairs and look out a window.
Do something to help somebody.
You better watch this and try to understand what's going on.
Why?
I don't want anyone's life on my hands.
Okay. Still.
Are not the results of mass hysteria.
Mass hysteria. What do they think? We're imagining all this? Shut up!
Now let's move it.
There are no place to flee for safety, except to the rescue station.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going with him.
Get back in the cellar.
I'm going.
It's too late.
Okay.
Watch the torch.
What are you doing?
Oh, yeah.
Come on, come on.
My jacket's caught.
Her jacket's caught. That's no good.
I didn't hear what she said.
Her jacket is caught, and yeah. That's the end of them.
Yep.
Guess there was more gas in the truck than they thought.
Yes.
Blew up that big.
Yep.
Coming in! Cooper! Cooper!
Finally gonna help.
Yeah.
Well, he did. He threw Molotov cocktails.
Yeah. That was easy and safe, though, right? No danger of sitting up in a window.
Yeah. Ooh.
It's lucky he's not hitting him with the hammer.
Not sure why he's still doing that, but
Hey, well, he almost left him to die.
yes.
Drag you out there and feed you those things.
Hey, you've got meat that's cooked now.
That's right, a little barbecue.
Yeah, how about that?
They're evolving.
Yes, they are too.
Yup. Oh,
Fighting over something.
yeah, intestines, I guess.
Yeah.
A liver there.
Yeah.
Yum, 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 yum.
There you go.
Yeah, he wants that gun.
Get the cellar now! Move!
Hmm. Ooh. I mean, he pulled a gun on him.
Yep.
There you go. He's ready to fight.
Uh-oh.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh, baby.
Ha.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Finally fighting. Oh.
Kenny.
Johnny.
Donnie. Oh.
That's all right. She knows who it is. Ah, well. Wow. Door's got a lot of barricades.
In the head.
Yeah. You gotta deal with her too.
Yeah. Boom.
Get right up close. Some of them are just on a house tour. They're just checking out the place.
Whether they want to buy it or not.
Right? I imagine the price is low.
Oh yeah. Fixer upper. Slightly haunted.
All right, Steve, tell them we're going to stay with it, and everything appears to be under control.
Oh yes.
Yeah. That's a good sign.
All right, Vince, hit him in the head, right between the eyes. Good shot. Okay, he's dead. Let's go get him. That's another one for the fire.
Chilly Billy Cardell.
Yeah. A horror host, a local horror host who did the one of those shows. The end of Ben. So that was Night of the Living Dead.
Well, that was quite an interesting movie.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, pop quiz. You're the pop. Here's your quiz. I could give you an easy one. I'm going to give you a slightly tiny bit harder one. What caused the dead to come back to life?
The brain.
Well, but what was it was mentioned on the TV, I think, or maybe the radio. What was the actual?
Oh, the radiation.
Yes, from the
got
mercury
the brains
probe.
going again.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah,
Right.
And that actually, interestingly enough, that's mentioned in this one, and it's never mentioned in the other one. I remember hearing something like they had included other things originally, other potential reasons,
Okay.
and then they ended up editing those out. So they never intended that to be the actual reason.
Oh, okay.
But they included it anyways. They figured people might want a reason, right?
Okay.
Does it matter to you? Would it have mattered to you if they never explained why the dead came back to life or not? No, I don't think it would have mattered to me. And in the later movies, it really isn't.
Yeah, no. The radiation was very unrealistic from my
Right?
perspective.
Yeah, we don't need the science.
They didn't pick a good one.
No, I agree. I'm not a big fan of it either.
Yeah.
And like I said, they never really never went all in on it.
Yeah, well,
Yeah.
Sequels,
Yeah, and the sequels, I mean, don't include the same characters. Obviously, everybody's dead.
Well, that's
so
true now. Well, yeah,
it's just
they could all come back from them. Come back.
They could have. Well, I mean, he took a bullet in the head.
Different type of radiation.
Barbara might be back. Yeah, different type. That's true.
Like, when you burn the body, that's a little hard.
That's pretty. Yeah,
the souls could be floating around there somewhere.
Well, and
over there.
Yeah, it could be. It could be. Hopefully, you don't have too many in here.
Yeah.
It established a lot for what the zombies were going to be, and the idea of the zombie virus. The bite kills you, and when you die, you turn into a zombie. Is kind of part of it. Shot to the head.
Is that still in it?
It is.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then you burn them, and that's get rid of the zombie.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah. I mean, you don't really have to burn them because once you've shot them in the head, they're dead.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, that was kind of like
But
the
they did
burning
burn
was.
them,
Well, you
though.
don't want a bunch of dead bodies lying around.
Yeah.
It's like the Black Plague idea, right?
Yeah,
You
well,
bring
now
out
they're
your dead.
Well, now they're composting.
Hey, there
Did
you
you see
go.
that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, scary! Yeah.
Is that what we're doing?
Composting dead people now. There's a company in Washington State.
I feel
that
like
will compost you and then you could go back into the earth.
Yeah, I mean, maybe it's not the worst idea, but it feels like one of those things where it's going to be rich people taking advantage of poor people. It's going to be like sell your body for compost, and like the rich people are going to be like, oh,
Well,
buying your dead bodies. That's what it feels like.
Oh, I don't think it's. There's no money involved. You have to.
Yet.
You have to pay to be cremated and composted.
Oh, okay. Well, we'll be composting rich people then. Maybe that's a better solution.
Well, anyhow.
Yeah, it's funny. Every time I watch a George Romero movie, we've seen Creepshow, if you remember the comic book style one, and this one. Every time when I think about him, I don't think of him as a visual director. Like, I don't think of him as a particularly visual director. But in this one, I was impressed with a lot of the way it was shot, like the use of shadow and
Oh, okay.
like, yeah.
I was thinking that the acting didn't look very good to me.
The acting, it's very, very indie, and like I think he did a good job. The leads, like Barbara and Ben, so her and him, like her breakdowns, I think were pretty believable.
Yeah,
I mean,
yeah, she was probably.
And he was solid too. Interesting thing about him is the character was not originally written to be black.
Ah.
And you got to figure 1968.
Yeah, I know.
A black, competent, almost an action lead is not something you would normally get. The reason he was cast is because he was the best actor who showed up for the role. They were just like, you know what, let's go. I mean,
yeah, I thought he was pretty good. His character was pretty good.
Yeah, and I think,
but I thought a black guy with white people and probably somewhere, in that part of the States was quite. And of course, the other guy was kind of, I don't know if he was racist. But
that's and they didn't. It feels like they didn't adjust the script for his race, because I think that it was more of a counterculture youth versus establishment kind of idea, right?
Yeah.
Like Harry, the bald dad guy, was like the establishment, and then Tom and Ben, like they were like the counterculture, the youths. And you got that aspect of them, that conflict.
Yeah.
But there wasn't a racial conflict in the movie.
Either.
No, which is fine. I mean, it's not necessarily realistic, but it's fine that it. I mean, it's good that they used the best actor for the role, and it's significant that he was black. Yeah, I mean, some of them were not very good. Tom, Julie, the younger couple, they weren't very good.
No.
I did like the older couple though. At least I thought they were well written. Like I thought there was a good conflict between those two. I mean, they were good enough. There was definitely some acting that was not great.
I thought the music was really good. Right at the beginning, because it was the mood was set at the beginning of my mind, but really, I thought good choice of music.
Yeah.
The scenery, kind of like a wispy, dark kind of a thing, and running through the field.
Yeah.
Running, looking scared. The music, I thought that was a good setup.
Okay. Well, you know what? And I've talked before about George Romero as an editor. Like he makes his movies and he also edits them. And it's funny you said choice of music, because this is definitely 100% music choice. Like he did what they call library music, where they like they go to the library and pull the music out, and that's what it is. Like if you were like a big time TV or movie music guy, you would know where this came from, because it's probably been used in other things before.
Okay. Oh, sure. Yeah.
I mean, but it works. I mean, it's definitely
anyway.
Definitely,
for me, it did anyway.
Yeah, I think and the music is definitely good choices. I feel like sometimes the audio of the voice actors was not the greatest. Like in terms of like, it felt like they were in different rooms almost. Like, and there was a bit of echo. And I mean, it is what it is. It's low budget filmmaking, right?
Yeah. The monsters I didn't think were that great either originally.
What were you?
The first one looked like a real man.
Yeah, absolutely. Well, he was supposed to kind of.
There's a little bit of a
later on they got a bit of, and maybe the later ones were the ones that had been killed by the zombies and come back.
Yeah.
In the remake, his clothes sort of fall off because they're cut up the back, and you see like the vivisection, the Y stitches. So he's someone who's basically just been like
autopsy.
You got it, and like just freshly buried or about to be buried. And I think that's kind of what he is in this one, though they don't really show it. And I think he's supposed to be fresh, sort of
I think
fresh.
he was.
Yeah.
Okay, that makes sense.
Yeah, but I know what you mean. And the later ones and later zombie movies, like they really they play it up. Like zombie movies, this one for its time was quite gory. We saw flesh eating.
Yeah,
we saw
that's true.
that
organs and
yeah.
I thought the little girl was probably the worst looking, the best zombie of the modern zombie-ish kind of.
Like the dark eyes and yeah.
Anyway, that's.
And there was, I mean, on top of like adding more decomposition and grossness to the zombies, they also changed it in later ones. Like they used a lot of tools in this one, like the club and breaking the window with the rock, right?
Yeah,
even at the beginning.
Concrete. What do they call those things with the girl had?
The trowel.
Trowel.
Yeah, and that's something that really is not a part of what zombies do later on. They're not, and I don't even know if they're afraid of fire. They probably are, but I think that they have less of the animal instincts that they're given in this one, and more of just like a thing.
Right.
Like but
I figured when the hero was going to be killed too. I figured that before, but I thought. Yeah, that was a good ending that way.
Yeah, and I mean
so you're rooting for him, but what the heck? Let's wipe it all out.
Well, and it suits
Start over again.
The sheriff comes through and kills him.
Yep, good shot, he said.
Yeah, exactly.
The eyes.
The remake deals more with race, and actually, so those still shots, the photos at the ending, they very much play up a sort of a lynching idea, like they've got zombies hanging from trees.
Oh, right.
And so it's very much playing into that into the racial aspect, which this one did not.
No, right.
But one of the reasons, besides the fact that everything gets a remake eventually, one of the reasons this movie got remade.
Do I get remade?
I hope so. I'd love to see more of you. One of the reasons it got remade is because they made a mistake and this movie was not covered under copyright. So at the time, in order for a movie to be copyright, it has to actually, on the title card where it says Night of the Living Dead, it has to say copyright at the beginning.
Okay.
And what happened was, they call them flesh eaters, right, throughout the movie a few times. And the original title of the movie was Night of the Flesh Eaters.
Right.
And there was a movie that was made a few years earlier called The Flesh Eaters, which was about a alien virus that like eats people's skin. Doesn't really matter. They decided to change the name of this one because of the similarity in title.
Right.
They changed it to Night of the Living Dead, and they did not put the title on it. You can actually see, if you notice, it's a different font. Like it looks a little bit different. It's night is like hollow, and it looked a little bit different. So they added that card, and they forgot to add the copyright. Basically, the people who made this movie were making no money off of it. Yeah, it was one of those ones where very indie idea. Image 10 is basically like 10 local businesses, 10 dentists who put money into this movie to get it made.
Right.
And they did basically, after its release, very shortly after, I believe, they stopped making any money off of it. Yeah, and even now it's in public domain, so when people are watching a horror movie on TV, it's going to be probably Night of the Living Dead, because
somebody has to pay for it.
Exactly. Or if or like anybody can put it out on DVD as long as they've got a copy and it's not someone else's specific. So they ended up making a remake as a way to help these people recoup some of their money. Yeah.
I might have heard that somewhere.
It's a very famous story. I mean, if you know Night of the Living Dead at all, it's one of them.
About just something about the copyright and 10 dentists or somebody. Somehow I got, maybe it was a show I saw.
Okay.
That was kind of, anyways.
Yeah. I like the script a lot too. I feel like we got a lot of character out of them.
Well, I had some concern with it that it wasn't going anywhere. But that then once it got past the field and then it went.
Oh, so like you mean in the graveyard where she was running? That was it. Yeah, because I mean it could have. I mean, how far can you go with her just running away from zombies for an hour and a half?
Yeah. It seemed like it. But then it got into it pretty.
Yeah, they did a good job of establishing other conflicts, right?
Yeah.
Like within the story, especially when they came out of the basement, and then you got the major ideas. And I thought it was really intelligent, like in terms of how they tried to deal with it, right? Like let's board everything up. great, let's do it, right? We're locked in here. Let's try and get gas for the truck.
Yeah.
Smart idea, let's do that.
Yeah.
The funny thing is, though, at the end, it turned out Harry, the older guy, was right. Like, he survived by barricading himself in the basement.
Yeah.
I mean, if he tried that at the beginning, they might have all survived, right?
Maybe, yeah, maybe.
Yeah.
They might have got in there too, because they were starting to, even that wall, you could see where they were.
Oh, yeah.
When they were pounding on it, it was moving. So
Yeah.
they had some pretty big boards there. But
Yeah.
anyways,
You know what? If he had gone downstairs, if Ben had gone downstairs, he might have agreed, because there was, I mean, there was 3 barricades. I mean, if he had seen there were that many, he might have realized that it was maybe worth going down there.
not possibly.
But he never did, and
Oh,
you know.
he had his mind made up to barricade it. He had it as a fallback.
I know, and it was a
Remember he said-
smart idea, and that's what
Yeah.
he did. He fell back, right?
Yeah, yeah.
You know, it was good. Like, protect here and then protect here, and
Fall back. Yeah.
it was the smart idea, and it worked out for him, except for getting shot in the head.
yeah.
Yeah.
That ended his.
What do you think zombies eat?
What do eat?
Eat.
Well, they obviously eat people. Flesh.
Yeah. Okay. For sure.
Yeah.
Do you have an idea that zombies eat brains?
Oh yeah.
Okay, because that came later in this movie.
Yeah,
they clearly
there
just.
was no-
Yeah.
There was the intestines, there was the
Yep.
liver and organs and that.
Yeah.
But brain wasn't one of the ones that they had.
Not
But
specifically.
that you could see the arms and all
Yeah.
that. Oh, okay.
There's a movie called Return of the Living Dead, which is not directly related to this. It's kind of it's a weird story I'm not going to get into. But in that movie, the zombies eat brains. And then that sort of started the idea of zombies eating brains, but the way that it came into pop culture, if you asked a person who maybe hadn't seen this movie or didn't really have this as a background, they would tell you zombies ate brains.
That's what I thought.
Yeah, and the reason why, believe it or not, is The Simpsons.
What?
The Simpsons. They did a Halloween episode, and Bart and Homer turned into zombies, and they were like, brains, and that's where it came from. Like,
They didn't eat any brain, but
they
not
probably
like-
did
in
in The
The
Simpsons.
Simpsons?
A Halloween episode. Those ones
Yeah.
are not real, right?
Yeah.
They're just a series of stories. And in that zombie episode, I think they were probably inspired by Return of the Living Dead, but they were the ones who made it pop culture reality.
Eating brains. Okay.
Yeah, Simpsons was popular, especially back then. This was one of their early ones.
All the kids who eat brains.
And that's it. They all
Maybe
wanted to be
that's the problem.
zombies.
Maybe that's where you got your.
I like brains.
Holy
I like
cow.
The Simpsons. I did back then, anyways. Yeah.
I like brainy people.
Who doesn't, right? Yeah, absolutely.
And they're doing good work.
Well, that's right. Keep making me look good, right? That's the important
MBLG.
thing. Make Bob look good.
Absolutely.
All right. Well, anything more that we need to say about that one?
I don't know. I was a little apprehensive. I didn't know what to expect or whether I'd enjoy it or not. And I said, Bob, third of the way, it's good. It's good. I didn't say it's great, but I think it's good. No, that's good enough.
Yeah. No, I'm a big fan. I think. I think it really. I like the way it was made. I like the conflicts. I like the outside pressure and the inside conflicts. And yeah, no.
See, I don't go that deep.
No.
I go into a concept of, do I like it or not like it?
And that's fair. And
there has to be enough of like it to give it a like.
Yeah.
There could be parts of it that are, hey, that's cool.
I think you're probably not that far. I mean, maybe I'm not like trying to present this as I'm a big deep person, but honestly, I think we approach it the same. Characters and plot are really the key things for me, and whether I like it or not.
It's similar, big picture.
Absolutely.
In a way, put it together and boom.
All right, well, we're going to do our vote. Ready? Oh my gosh!
No.
Well,
I was going to
hope
go
it's
like that, but then I just got to. Okay,
right.
vote.
Well, I'm
serious.
voting. I'm giving it
This
a
has got to
big
be a
thumbs up.
serious
Yeah.
vote. Okay,
All right.
you ready?
I'm ready.
Thumbs up.
I agree. All right. Well, thanks everybody for watching. I don't
you
know what
next
we're
week.
watching next week, but it'll be something awesome, I hope. And have a good day. Like, comment, subscribe, do all the stuff that YouTube wants you to do, because I want you to do it too. Thank you. Bye.
Bye now.
They're coming to get you, Barbara.
Look, there comes one of them now.